We'll see if we can kind of nail this thing on happiness.
Welcome to Big Questions, Short Answers. I'm Sian.
And I'm Andy, Sian's husband, asking the big life questions.
And possibly adding a little bit of unsolicited advice.
Maybe. This podcast is brought to you by Sian's value-based online course. Visit sianjacquet.com to find out more. So what we were talking in previous podcasts was to do with individual happiness, because we spoke about the fact that as your partner, unfortunately, I seem to be unable to make you happy.
I never said that.
Okay, all right.
To be fair.
Okay. Well, you said the happiness was the individual's responsibility,
Yes.
not somebody else's. That's quite an interesting thing, because I think we're always brought up to kind of, as children, make mummy happy, make daddy happy, or whatever. So the idea that we have the ability to make somebody happy.
Lied to. A lot of that happens.
A lot of that happens to children. A lot of lying.
A lot of lying, of course there is.
You mean Santa Claus isn't real?
And we've tried to keep it.
So in terms of individual happiness, talk to me about that, because we said that, like, I can do things for you in terms of relationship and stuff like that, but that may not. It's not my responsibility to make you happy. Is that why you look at me like that?
What is happiness? Literally, it's come down to the ABCs. What does it mean to you? What's happiness? And how do you know when you're happy?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a bit of a calm life, isn't it? I like a calm life.
And being calm makes you happy?
Or, yeah, being a bit peaceful. I mean, happy. I mean, it's difficult, isn't it? What is happiness? Obviously,
Yeah.
Being
So
in a nice
think
relationship.
before you ask questions.
Right.
You're asking, about happiness, and you haven't even really thought about it.
No, I haven't. That's why I'm asking you, because you know these things.
You'd think, wouldn't you, after living with me for all these years, it might have crossed your mind to consider it.
Well, I know these big questions about happiness, values and stuff like that, but talk to me about how people can find individual happiness, because it doesn't necessarily need to be in a relationship, does it? So what's that about?
It's when your values are aligned with who you are and what you're doing. That's how I see it. Yeah. And you hit a sweet spot. So let's look at something like, which I think actually is a very underutilised word, contribution. I think you can lead to a sense of satisfaction and happiness through contribution, whether that's in a work situation, whether that's in a relationship situation, whether that's a family, friendship, whatever. Yeah. It can make you feel good about yourself. And that is what we term as happiness. Yeah. When there is that feeling inside that I feel good. This, whatever it is I'm doing, or I'm seeing, or I'm listening to, or I'm participating in, whatever it is making me feel good about being me. I suppose my point is that we have to learn what makes us happy, and we have to learn appropriate ways of taking self-responsibility to make that happen. I tell you a whole group of human beings that I have great respect for, actually. It's those people who use physical exercise to create their own endorphins.
I've been exercising.
Yeah, and you go, you're quite, you have a commitment to your exercise, and you go to your classes and whatever. And there is no question, I don't profess to understand it all, but there is a different aura and energy about you when you've been, and yeah, I can see it makes you feel good about yourself, and you radiate a positiveness.
But that's separate, isn't it? Because that's not contribution, or because you were talking about contribution.
Well, you are. You're contributing to your own health and well-being. You're taking responsibility for yourself.
Right.
In general terms, and you're probably going to blow this out of the water this week, but you're a really nice person to be around after you've been exercising.
Oh, thank you.
Because you're actually making your own endorphins. I mean, the science of it is, those are the happiness things, those endorphins that make us think and feel in positive ways. Look, I'm not, I don't want to sound dour and all that. Of course we can, in some ways, contribute to make somebody smile, to make somebody happy, to make somebody whatever. But I just don't want you to be labouring under the misapprehension that you can work incredibly hard and focus incredibly hard and somehow make somebody else happy. Oh, do I wish we could? Yeah. It would be, the solution to depression and anxiety and all the rest of it. You know what I mean? If we could do it. And if we could, I would. Right? The grown-up answer to your question is listening. And not just what I would call normal listening. Your ears are on, you're just around and you're aware. Yeah, I mean actually listening. And if you're talking about relationship and you're talking about you want somebody to be in a positive space, you're using the word happy. Yeah, the most profound and successful way of helping anybody get there is by listening.
Okay. Because you're basically leaning in, aren't you, to...
You're making somebody feel significant. You're making them feel valued. You're giving the opportunity for them to contribute their experience or their moment. You see what I mean? Good, bad, or indifferent. And there isn't anything that I know of that actually makes a human being feel... I want to use the word good rather than happy, but anyway. But that's how I'm thinking this morning. But if you ask me the same question tonight, I might tell you.
But yes, because we can get onto a kind of a different, maybe later stages about, when people are in a very bad space. So we're just talking about the idea of, I suppose, leaning into your partner in terms of listening if they come in and because there's a lot of ack, as you call it.
Ack.
Yeah, noise that, and we don't really lean in and listen to each other.
You're particularly bad at it. Not all the time.
No.
Yeah? But you will... Usually I'll have to give you very clear instruction, but you will stop and you will listen and you will ask the first question. And if I'm lucky, you'll ask the second question, which is relevant to the conversation. Yeah. But then guaranteed you've gone off down a rabbit hole because then you have to talk about yourself.
Well, we seem to be coming to the end of this particular message. But so, if we can, are we going to have a little sum up here, or will
Oh look, I've got to take 2 steps back. I don't mean to beat up Andy. Yeah. We wouldn't be together if we didn't learn and hadn't learn how to meet each other's fundamental needs. Can you make me happy? No. Can I make you happy? No. I can't. It's impossible. I can make me happy by responding to the way you choose to treat me and the environment that we share. That is what I'm trying to say. Right?
I think a Jaguar could make me happy.
No. Because they make me sick. Well, maybe it would. You'd have to go in it on your own all the time because I wouldn't be able to sit in it. And it's an old Gibbs car.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Join us next time on Big Questions, Short Answers with Sian Jacquet and me, Andy.
If you have any questions you want to ask, please send them via the website, sianjacquet.com.
If you enjoyed this podcast, please subscribe and share it with everyone you know.
We really do appreciate you sharing 15 minutes with us.
And if you want to do a bit more learning, go on to Sian's website, sianjacquet.com. There's a course on values to create the life you truly love. I did it, and it really does do what it says on the can.
See you next time.